Oh, he is going to hate this.
Yeah, I get it. He's going to hate it, but I need to get some parameters. So leather, am I fine? Because I like to sleep in leather.
No leather. No, that's an animal skin. No leather. No honey. You know he's like a morning honey guy.
You know I put the honey on me when I've got the leather on, so I can't have leather or
no honey.
Oh, I get it because of the bees thing.
Yeah,
What
that's
else
bees'
is
food.
there?
You can put agave syrup in
Hey,
there.
what are you guys doing? What is this?
Oh, no white sugar. There's no white sugar that's processed through bone charcoal. Also an animal product.
Oh my God, I know what this is. Fuck me. Is this what I think it is?
That's right. What the dupa? What the dupa?
Listen, if you see us out in public, feel free to tell us great job, shake our hand, pat us on the back. We appreciate it. But we cannot keep guest starring in your Instagram stories. We just, it's not even from a place of like we're above it. It's just the time constraints. We don't have time for all the costume changes. We walk by a high school. They're like, get in my Instagram story. You guys are such a big deal. It's like, thanks, but we're busy. This is the Grolic Saves the World. I'm Adam Caton Holland. How the fuck are you?
My name is Ben Roy.
And I'm Andrew Orbital. And I'm tired of holding the camera.
Yeah, you know what? Why is that, Andrew? Why are you always tasked with holding the camera?
Because I've got three legs. That my vestigial third leg that comes out of my tailbone makes me especially stable.
So you hunch
Yes,
over, they put the camera on your back, and it's kind of like an old West tripod approach.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And that extra skin that you can pull over your head of his to keep it very dark and get a clear image of it.
I should have that removed.
The fans appreciate you taking pictures of them with me and Ben. But again, it takes so much time to get the Andrew set up. Ben and I have busy schedules, so we're not going to be able to do it moving forward. However, we are going to continue to do your favorite challenges because that is what this podcast is about. Bettering the world around us by bettering ourselves through passive-aggressive self-help challenges.
That was fucking seamless.
You got
Adam.
there.
Seamless.
After quite
beautiful.
a riff. Boy, a riff into the underbelly of Rip
I was
City.
lost in the Riff Woods like King Lear. I didn't know if I was coming back. It was a storm.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you right
was.
now that riff had a lot of fat on it, and I think we should cut out some of this fat.
I think I know what you might be doing.
I got a little bit of a chow idea to bring you both.
We are firing
and I think,
on all cylinders.
And as a Sigu is how I choose to pronounce it.
Gesundheit.
A Sigu.
God bless
Sigu. I recently I had my annual physical and blood work done.
Ron, sound the annual physical and blood work gong.
There it is. Wow.
Choose your
sound.
fighter.
Yeah. I did. And you know now, I don't know if you've noticed with doctor's appointments, they're required to post your lab results now.
Publicly on Nextdoor, and it's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
You got to stop seeing that doctor in that tent city, Andrew. No, they're required. They post them now usually to a health portal or some doctor's office portal that you can log into and see your results. And for the first time in my life, my cholesterol was a touch elevated. And I know why this is because I got into the cheese pretty heavy for a couple months, for 8 to 10 weeks. And you know I like some shredded cheeses.
You little mouse in the cupboard. You little
Don't
rat.
ever talk that way again.
You know I like shredded cheeses. And
I don't even know what this character is. I hate it. the most.
It's a little mouse guy scurrying around the house at night.
He's got a mousy whisker mustache and he gets into cheeses.
He gets into the cheeses. For sure.
Wow.
I hear him at night. I hear him in the floorboards. I go, you little rascal. I'm going to come down. There's going to be little teeth marks in my cheese.
Oh, you got camembert? Yeah, I got like cheese. I hate this character too.
Why? You're just finding it, and now you hate it?
I already hate him.
All right.
Now, it wasn't terrible, and it's not requiring medication, but high cholesterol runs in my family. My grandmother passed away from the effects of a stroke. Like, it's a thing my dad's been, has had to keep his under control, and I believe my brother as well, not to violate their HIPAA rights here. But
I feel like you are.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, I am. But anyway,
can we get the numbers?
Well, they're the
Can we
ones
log
that brought
into
me
their
into this
portal?
world.
I mean, at least for our Patreons. Can our Patreons see their blood work?
Yeah, let's show their blood work. I won't show mine.
That's fine. If you join Patreon at the Ben Plus tier, you get the lab work of Ben's extended family. We're talking Maine, kind of up into Canada, right? So this is different.
Maine.
We're talking
This is Maine
vitamin
royalty.
D. We're talking potassium levels. We're talking what's your kidney function like. We'll give it away. We'll give all of it.
Patreon.com, Grolic saves the Roy family blood work.
Yeah, so my doctor wasn't overly concerned, but I don't want to have to take cholesterol medication. And I figured this is a chance for us to try something out, and something I know that Adam will love, and something that Andrew has experience with. I say for the next week, we try a fully vegan diet.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This one has been on the list a couple times, and Adam has said no.
No, Adam has said no to it. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
My least favorite challenge we've ever done was that Whole30 diet. I do not like my food being fucked with. I have so very little that brings me joy in this world. And you come in and you literally smack it off my plate in the morning. I'm not into this challenge. I've quit. I say no.
We will come in and we'll smack it. We're going full hardcore vegan. We're going vegan edge, dude.
I've never been vegan. It means no meat, no animal products. No animal products. That's what vegan means. Nothing animals, right?
You know that's what it means.
I don't know what it means. I've never even bothered to research. I respect it so little.
Well, you guessed correctly.
Strict veganism means that anything containing any type of animal product ye shall not consume.
Either in any way, including cosmetics.
honey,
I know you love your L'Oreal, Adam. You're going to have to skip it.
If you won't let me put on my face in the morning, no one's going to want to see the clips on this pod. It is not a pretty sight.
You don't consume animal products. You don't consume products that have been made through the exploitation of animals, etc.
Tested on animals.
Yeah, I know this world very well because I used to be a very hardcore vegan many years ago as a young adult,
and I would argue
man.
a handsomer version of you. And I don't want to.
It's like 25 years ago. Duh.
Well, I think the plants had something to do with it. I think the burgers are aging you.
Are we kind of fading into a story of Andrew's life's past? Is there a body in a warehouse somewhere?
Does it involve extra work for Ron? Yes. Sound. What was
Andrew,
the sound?
I don't know. Just say sound of something.
Ron, play a sound.
I hope Ron knows at this point he can play any fucking sound. He just hit whatever button. We'll be pleased with the sound effect.
we are delighted. When we go back and listen to the episode, we're like, did you hear the sound?
I have always
like
delighted.
A toddler with a noise-making keychain. We can't get enough. But yeah, I
so
went
let me
hardcore
just,
vegan.
I'll spare you. Andrew was walking around the city with keys poking out between his fingers, just like scratching windows and kicking dogs. He was homeless. It was a period where he only had one leg. What else, Andrew?
Before I got the 3.
You were still with Christ.
Before you got 3 back, yeah.
Now you go. You tell your tale.
So I found veganism through hardcore music, known for its subtlety and nuance. I discovered the ideology of veganism, and I went extreme style, like Saul to Paul.
Gomorrah season ends, Earth crisis.
Yeah, I was eating like McDonald's, Taco Bell, pretty much like every night, and I went like vegan overnight, hardcore vegan. And didn't even use envelopes because sometimes there's animal products in the glue. I made my own envelopes. I wouldn't loan my friends money unless
how'd your envelope stick?
Come.
I knew Ben was going to go there.
I used tape.
I'm sorry. It's always come with me. You know it, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Your cum is vegan. I don't care what anybody says.
Ben, enough.
What? All right,
Tape is
fine.
vegan. All right, I can eat tape this week.
Anyway, I was I was truly insufferable to the point where my friends, they were just very honest with me, and they were like, "We hate you. We hate." It was having the opposite effect. They'd be like, "I'm very purposefully going out to eat meat because I'm so annoyed with you." I was definitely not winning people over with my extreme stance on it. I was kind of like pushing them away.
Driving people to animal cruelty with your dogmatism.
Exactly, yeah. But I did that for a couple of years, and then I downshifted into regular vegetarianism, and then finally came back around to the meat wagon.
I want to say I respect this a lot. I like, if I had the willpower, I would be vegetarian. Like, I really love animals, and it makes me sad to think about killing them and eating them. However, I'm weak, and I do.
You like the cheeses?
Could you kill an animal and eat it yourself, Adam?
Would I?
Or could you?
I don't know. I probably not. I probably would cry and not eat it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not pretending that I'm some like practicing what I'm preach. I get the hyperbole. Like, if I had to slaughter it in my backyard, I bet I'd be vegetarian.
That is like the eternal question that the vegetarians like to give
I
meat
could certainly
eaters.
catch a fish, gut it, and cook it. I've done that.
You could do the fish. I couldn't even do the fish. My uncle is like a really amazing fisherman, and I would go and I'd have to walk off into the woods and cry while he took care of my fish for me.
I'll
as a
tell you
kid.
something about fish. If you don't do it to them, they'll do it to you. It's kind of like whoever gets in there
Is that your
first.
justification with
Yeah.
that 7-inch trout?
100%.
I've been vegetarian. I mean, I didn't eat red meat, pork, chicken, or fish for 25 years probably. And I, just because of some stomach issues in the last few years, started eating fish again, just to add something else to my diet because of some restrictions that I have. And so I've definitely flirted with fully plant-based and vegan diets. Like, I, at points, have found myself
Shameless.
doing
You're
it. Yeah.
shameless.
I was
So,
curious.
okay, so what are the rules for the week? Like, how hardcore are we going?
We're going vegan edge. We're going.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No animal products, no honey.
Honey's an animal? I mean,
Yeah, it's made from bees.
No white sugar. They process it through bone charcoal.
wait, no white sugar? So that means like that's like every pastry's got white sugar, right? Like any.
Yeah.
You can't have pastry anyway, dumb fuck. It's got butter in it.
Oh my fucking God.
You can use margarine's made out of like dreams and oil.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So you can have that.
Dreams and oil.
So
Is gluten-free vegan? You see these gluten-free.
Gluten has nothing
No.
to. Gluten is not an animal product.
What do you have for breakfast? What's a vegan breakfast if you can't have
You're gonna find out this coming week.
oats?
you can have oatmeal.
Yeah,
and
oats are
fruits.
vegan, Adam. My God,
Yeah.
do you know what an animal is?
Is cereal an animal?
Is gluten an animal? What part of the cow does gluten come from? Because I've eaten so much of it.
I literally know nothing. Honey is cruel. It's mean to the bees. It
Yeah,
hurts
you're
them.
taking the bees. That's baby food for bees. They take it away from them. They give them sugar water in its place.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hands off the bees! Hands off the bees! Hands off the bees! Dun, 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 dun. Right? I'm already on board.
I don't know what's happening.
Adam, I know this is tough. I know you're gonna be fine, Adam. I think you're gonna do great.
No.
I know you use beef bouillon as throat lozenges. I know that's
Gross.
just how you live.
That's how he gets that sonorous voice.
They're going to kick me out of the Marrow Boys.
Oh, you know the Marrow
Your
Boys are here.
barbershop quartet.
yeah.
Listen, the big thing with this is don't eat any animal products. Anything with animal in it. Butter, cheese, honey, as Andrew said,
The good stuff.
white sugar, things like that.
Turkey, fish. You'd be surprised how many people are like, even fish? Like they don't consider fish an animal or meat.
I worked at a call center that had like a food court kind of thing. It was a big company. And the lady that worked at it one day, I was like, are those egg rolls vegetarian? And she's like, yes. And I was like, what do they have in it? And she was like, cabbage, this, that, pork, that. And I was like, wait. You just said they were vegetarian. And she's like, pork's not meat. And she goes,
Oh, God.
I was like, pork's meat. And she goes, no, it's not. It doesn't talk.
What?
That's what her, I was
She
like,
considers meat something that talks?
yeah,
Like cows
yeah.
and chickens?
So
Oh, my
that
God.
was her rationale behind it.
How about I go kosher
No.
for a week?
No.
How about I go kosher?
That's a challenge we could save for the future.
That's
Halal. I'll go halal.
Well, halal to you too.
No, you're going going vegan.
That's it. We've got our challenge. 1 week,
All right.
7
Fuck you
days.
both. I hate this
Adam
challenge.
is going to crush it. I imagine him coming back in
Adam's going to convert.
in a Strife t-shirt, fully militant.
X's tattooed up on his hands. I can't wait.
Yep. So 1 week, no animal products consumed, and we'll come back and we'll see how we feel. I won't be able to have blood work done, so I don't know, but this is often a great way to reduce your cholesterol. And the effects of it on the environment when done healthy are overwhelmingly positive. So let's give it a shot and see how we do.
Stupid. This is a stupid podcast.
Okay, why don't we do this? Let's take a break, and we're going to listen to a little bit of stand-up comedy from one of the best cruelty-free comics I know of out there, our little buddy Andrew Orvidal.
Oh my
listeners
gosh.
know.
I mean, I do test my jokes on animals. My dogs have heard a lot of them. Sorry.
Bummer.
Sorry.
Well, we'll listen to it now. We can't do it in the second half.
We normally play clips from our live show at the Bug Theater, which happens the last Saturday of every month. Tickets have been going fast, so get yours now, as always, down there in the show notes. But this clip comes from our own little Andrew Orvidal's album, Alexa Play Creed, that was recorded in Portland. Enjoy this clip, and when we come back, it will be a week later, and we'll all be floating on clouds of moss because we've become Gaia.
There's 3 Gaias.
3 sensual Gaias. Stay tuned.
was in the dog food store recently, and I saw that now they have vegan food for dogs. That's just a choice you can make for your dog, going vegan. I don't know if you ever paid attention to what your dog eats when he or she is the one making decisions, but veganism seems pretty low on the list of priorities. It might not even be on the list now that I think about it. Your dog's like, hey, real quick, is this bathroom trash vegan before I dig in? Is this that new impossible bathroom trash I've been hearing so much about? Before I truffle around in it? What about this goose shit that I've been gobbling up like candy? Is this that soy-based goose shit? Because I'm vegan. I don't know if I told you. I'm a vegan dog. What about this puke? Wait, hear me out. It's my own. This is my own artisanal farm-to-table puke. No animal was harmed in the making of this puke. Except me, and I'm clearly fine with it. I'm eating it. No, I'm vegan. Insane. So gross.
Get out of the trenches of tedious tasks like managing order fulfillment and start growing your business with ShipStation. They'll help increase profitability by automating your workflow with their simple, easy-to-use dashboard. With it, you can pretty much do everything you need to quickly and easily. Update order information, print labels, compare rates, optimize shipments, and even set up automatic delivery notifications. And it doesn't matter where you sell. Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, ShipStation can integrate pretty much anywhere online. Another great thing about ShipStation? They can help reduce costs with industry-leading discounted rates from some of the biggest mail carriers. You might even be able to get up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. So, make this year your most profitable one yet. Sign up for your free 30-day trial at ShipStation.com and use the code Spotify. That's ShipStation.com with the code Spotify.
Oh boy, we are back. We are full of vigor and life.
Clarity.
And plant-based energy.
Tons of energy. We are fucking fired up. All right.
Crank.
I'm going to say it right. This challenge, pretty fucking easy. I breezed through this one. So let me just ask the question right now. Did we all complete the challenge? Did we go a week without consuming any animal products? You know what? I want to throw it out there. Let's just all do it at the same time and say our answers on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. No.
No, I did not.
No.
I did not. Define no.
Yeah.
Define no.
Oh, you ate animal product throughout the week.
I did.
Yes.
I had some. Some
Yeah.
got in there. Some snuck
Yeah.
right in there.
You were sleeping.
Andrew-
You know how many people eat mice while they're sleeping?
Oh, yes. Eating a spider is.
It's not vegan.
We
and
consume a lot of spiders.
yeah, I broke my vegan edge.
No, I failed this challenge miserably.
Wait a minute. Is this the first Grolix trifecta? 3 no's, full fail?
Yep.
Sounds like it. Oh boy.
It's a 3-legged race that just went straight to the face.
Listener, if you're out there, play the numbers tonight. This is a lucky day. This is a straight fail.
This is your sign. Put it all on scratchers. All of it.
all of it.
Sell the car. All on scratchers.
Fuck, I hated this challenge. As
Ben,
predicted.
why don't you kick it off? How was your week? How was your vegan week?
Well, my vegan week, I will admit, I came into this one the most cocky out of all of us because I don't have a problem eating a lot of vegetables. I don't have a problem cutting out certain things. And I had tried being vegan before and I didn't mind it. So I thought I'm going to breeze through this. I did not like it. I did not like this at all.
No, sir, I do not like it.
No, sir, I do not like them. I made it, and in fact, I think I was messaging you. I was like, this isn't that bad. The problem was that I was relying, like a lot of people do, I think, when you're busy, on the fast food type processed meat substitutes like Beyond and Impossible stuff, or there's like 7 grains one that's like got fake nuggets and stuff like that. So I would rely on that because, as you both know and I've talked about, I got a stomach thing while we were filming second season of Those Who Can't that has never gone away, and it has limited my diet. I can't eat like rice and beans. I can't eat quinoa.
Which is on a
Yeah,
vegan diet.
that's,
You're
uh,
fucked. You can't eat rice and
And when
beans.
I work out as much as I do, going to jujitsu or going to the gym, I found my energy level crashing without, and my stomach being really bothered by the fart factory that is manufactured.
Just imagining
fake
that
meat.
Planet Fitness getting fumigated with your impossible
dude.
beef farts.
People were like, is this a Planet Fitness or am I at an international paper mill? Because that's what it smells like in here. I mean, the sulfur discharge alone, the bloating when you're eating too much of that stuff. And I fully believe that eating whole foods will always be better. But fuck, did I eat my fair share of Impossible and Beyond stuff to try to get calories? And I don't know. I know there's a destruction that comes with eating fish, and there's a destruction that comes with eating eggs. But fuck, do I love them, and they make me feel more full and more energized. And I hate that because I do struggle with it. So I try throughout my life to eat a mix.
like a Chex Mix. You just eat a Chex Mix one a week.
No, shut up, Adam.
What's your
We
favorite
already-
Chex Mix, Ben? Are you sweet or are you savory?
I mean,
you
there's-
muddy
there's
buddies?
salty, but there's also
There are
sweet.
people
yeah.
who consume
For me, it's
plant-based
seasonal.
diets correctly and in a healthy manner. And I want to be clear, I fully believe that that is a much healthier way to live cardiovascularly as well as environmentally. But I can't eat like a lot of like almonds kill my stomach now. They're just like my stomach is super finicky because of this gut bacteria thing that I have. So, man, it fucked me up. And I messaged you guys and I was like, I'm out. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. And
You messaged us that, and I wrote back, I quit yesterday.
so I failed the challenge. But
Wait, but you're saying, Ben, you don't have the time. You're so busy, you don't have the time, and with your dietary restrictions, to like do this in a way that you find to be healthy and good for your body, right? You're like, you can't eat the quick snacks like almonds on the road. Like it's not.
I
easy
would
for
have
you.
to be a lot more conscientious about making or planning meals. And we all need variety. Like that's the other part is more about variety. And I like grains fuck me up. Like, and when I can't work in, quinoa, things like that, stuff that
Can't even
comes
have
with the
quinoa?
natural or No, it fucks my stomach up. I get so
You can't have
bloated.
grains, quinoa, rice, beans, almonds. You can't eat any of those things?
No, they like bloat me. I get like bloated. If I eat like fish and veggies, like steamed veggies and stuff like that, even oatmeal isn't that bad for me for some reason. It doesn't bother me as much. I tried an egg substitute that was called Just Egg that has no egg in it.
Huh. That's weird.
And
It seems like a lawsuit.
that was fine. And honestly, I'll probably work that in. Didn't bug my stomach too much or anything, but it's made out of mung beans. And any kind of bean thing really fucks me up. I
Wow.
don't know.
So
It's
how
related-
long did you make it before you quit? It was what,
Yeah,
like 4
totally.
days? 5 days?
I made it 4 days.
Okay, 4
4
days.
days.
4 days.
And then, I snapped at the Grolix live show. Karen Wachtel, bless her soul. Karen is an amazing part of the comedy community here. She brought cookies, and the cookies were not vegan. And
Let's discuss this. Karen has these delicious cracked out cookies that have every ingredient in it.
Like salty caramel, oatmeal cookies. They're amazing.
So good. She came into the green room on Saturday. We started this challenge on a Wednesday with a Tupperware full of them. And the three of us looked at each other and we all kind of whimpered. We went, no.
Yeah.
Like we did not.
we're,
But then
we're
we all
quitting,
said,
y'all, right?
but we're vegan. And she had no idea we're doing the challenge. And we were all so sad. And then collectively we said, if all three of us have one of these cookies,
it never happened.
it's not cheating. It never happened.
Yes, exactly.
So we all ate one cookie. I watched Ben think he was getting away with secretly eating two more throughout the show, but he did not. He ate two more.
I did not. I only had one.
One. You had one. You had an additional one at
No,
least.
no, I only had the one that on the patio at Highland Tavern.
So that's another one. So you had the one at the show, and the
I
one
didn't
after,
eat one
so-
at the
okay.
show. I did not eat one
You're
at the
so
show.
full of shit.
No, I ate
And
edibles.
The thing that you lie to the listener.
No,
is
I
like,
didn't want. I didn't
I'm
have
not
one.
mad.
Why
I'm
would I
used to
lie?
you
I
lying.
cheated. I already
I'm
admitted.
used to you
I already
lying to
admitted
me.
I cheated.
All right. We're in the
listeners
weeds
come.
here.
This is how we
We're in
always do things.
argumentative
If we do it together,
weeds.
it cancels it out. Like, remember that time we all cheated on our spouses together?
No, because it didn't happen because we all did it together.
No, I failed miserably, but I want to be very clear about this to people listening. I am a solid supporter of people who choose a plant-based diet and vegan lifestyle. I believe food is political. It is an environmental issue, and I do believe what you consume and how you consume it is important. And so I wish I had done it correctly, but I failed. And I failed miserably, and I'm sorry. And I feel bad. But
And
that's
you're getting
my
that
story.
tattoo removed. Ben got
Yes,
vegan
I
and Old
am.
English across his upper back, and we're getting it removed.
The hubris.
the bear.
Yeah, we're getting it removed. We're getting it removed.
Andrew, what you up to? How'd you feel?
Dish girl.
Well, and I apologize if I sound a little sick. I got sick from doing this challenge.
No, you didn't.
I
That's ridiculous.
when we were first going to do this challenge, Adam vetoed it because he was going on vacation to San Francisco and didn't want to be vegan in San fucking Frisco.
Sorry, I wanted a nicer fish.
cheesy. I like to get it. I like to get it.
I got a sneeze coming. I got San Francisco. So when we did this challenge, I had to go to motherfucking Florida. I had to go to Florida and be vegan in Florida. So
The San Francisco of the Atlantic
Yes.
is what they call it.
opposite San Francisco in almost every
Bizarro
way.
San
Yeah,
Fran.
Bizarro San Fran. I went to San Francisco and I had to be vegan.
What part of Florida were you in?
Melbourne.
Oh, okay, cool. So deep, Florida. Yeah.
Central Atlantic coast. And I wasn't overly worried about it because it's been like 25 years since I was vegan. And I was like, there's been so many improvements in vegan eating. Like back when I was vegan, there was no vegan, fast food options unless you want like
It
iceberg
was like
lettuce.
Morningstar Farms.
Yeah, you
If
had to go
wanted
to the store, and it was like this like tiny little section of the store, and the shit was expired half the
It was
time.
called like alternative foods or something.
Yeah, and
yeah.
there just wasn't options, just like casual options. in the same way there are now. And I was like, this is not going to be hard. I might eat some fast food, but whatever, it's going to be fine. So flew out to Florida. First of all, shout out to Root Down, great Denver restaurant. They have an outlet at Denver International Airport. So even when I was flying into the airport, had a vegan meal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Concourse C style. I know that life.
I had a tofu banh mi sandwich.
Oh, a banh mi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was as tasty as a cold tofu sandwich can possibly be. And I appreciated it. And
We just lost them as a sponsor. Thanks, dude. We had them. They were listening, and then you lost
look, I'm
them.
just being honest with the listener. I don't want them being like, what?
I would have loved that. I can't eat the bread.
Ben has 3 things he can eat.
The nightmare that has been Roy's gastronomical journey
Holy shit.
continues.
So landed in Florida very late at night, had a rental car debacle. All of us were stressed, very hungry. And I was like, well, whatever. There'll be like a Burger King on the way and I'll get a fucking Impossible Whopper. Nothing on the way. We drove to Melbourne, Florida. Nothing. Turns out a lot of Florida still just pitch black swamp at night. Got to the hotel. At 12:30 a.m., there was a hotel snafu. They didn't have a setup in the hotel system. Again, so hungry. I'm looking at the, how hotels have that little selection in the lobby of snacks. Nothing vegan, except for some candy. I was like, I'm not going to eat candy at like 1 a.m. for dinner. So we ended up going to Denny's. We went to a 1 a.m. Denny's in Melbourne, Florida. Unsurprisingly, no vegan slot on the menu. Just iceberg lettuce, if you want that.
Denny's.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah,
your first
French fries.
attempt at veganism.
So I got
man,
a
this is
grilled cheese
brutal.
with America cheese because I was like, America cheese is about as far away as you could get from an animal product, even though it's not. It's American
Any way
cheese.
you try to tell yourself
It's
that-
American
that's
cheese.
it.
So I broke it right there.
Day one.
Day one in Florida because I was like, I have to eat. And it's
How good was that grilled cheese, though? Let me ask you, how good was it?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, Denny's could still make them.
Cheese, yeah, because you put it in
Oh, Mortimer, I didn't want you to show up at the second act.
Yeah, I'm getting a Sebastian energy.
yeah.
But Mortimer's pretty
Sebastian.
good too.
It's Sebastian.
It was good. Denny's could still crank out a good 1 a.m. grilled cheese. It was tasty.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Love
yeah,
seeing
the next day
Denny's
we went
crank.
to this restaurant that did have a little bit of vegan stuff on the menu. They had vegan pancakes. So, while everyone else had a robust Southern breakfast that looked absolutely 5 stars, I had vegan pancakes.
Some asbestos from the neighborhood public school they tore out.
Yeah,
and threw on
very
your plate.
kind of watery fluid. The restaurant was fun. You got to make the pancakes on the table. Yeah.
Watery fluid. It's so hard to
up.
find fluid that's watery. So wait,
I had vegan pancakes for breakfast. So
Is that all you had that day?
that was
What else
most of
did you
what I
have?
had that day. Our hotel was in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing. There was nothing around. So I skipped lunch and then I had dinner out of a vending machine at the venue of our show. Like pretzels. I got fruit snacks and a protein bar. Both things I knew in the back of my head. I was like, those fruit snacks are going to have gelatin in them, and that protein bar is going to have whey protein. And sure enough, when they fell out of the machine, I was right on both of them. But I ate them because I was really, really hungry.
That's incredibly wasteful to throw it away as well.
Yeah, the only thing worse than eating animal products is just dumping them in the trash. So I had that for dinner, a terrible vending machine dinner. And then we went to TGI Fridays after that. Again, the only thing that was open, TGI Fridays. Unsurprisingly, no vegan menu. There's no vegan section on the menu. I got some of the fried green beans. I got a hot pretzel. And then I ate some chicken as well because I was so fucking hungry. I was so hungry.
So day 2, you're not.
You didn't try.
What are you talking about? I didn't try. I tried. I was definitely trying.
Hey, listen to me. You listen to me, Andrew. You listen to me. I guarantee there's a grocery store in Melbourne, Florida. I guarantee it.
Yeah, there
Yes.
is. I didn't have a way to get there.
Oh, you had a rental car. Your show is not 18 hours of the day. I know that. You could have stealed away an hour to go get food at a grocery store.
You were using this as a chance to culinarily hot dog
It's
like you
exactly
do.
what he was doing.
And you went down there. Adam and I know how much you love
I
chicken
do,
and pretzels.
but- And
it's
your fried green
that is your
beans,
Thanksgiving
you prince.
meal. Yeah,
They're the
you've
best thing
always
at
said,
TGI Fridays.
Last meal. Like death row meal.
Here comes the Prince of TGI Fridays. No one look him in the eye.
I definitely should have gone to the store. Definitely. I should have planned out the trip. I was way too casual about it. That was how it was when I was vegan too. You have to be extremely intentional with it and plan what you're eating.
Exactly.
Because if you do screw up, it's just not easy to rebound off of it. So once I got home, got way easier because I actually almost every single day for one meal I have a big salad or a fruit and vegetable smoothie. So one of my meals every day is already vegan. So I didn't even have to sweat that. And I will often cook vegetarian or vegan stuff. So once I was home, much easier. I did not have issues. I was making some of my old hits. I was trying out some new stuff. I tried a vegan frozen pizza. I filmed a review of it. It'll be on Patreon.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, if you are curious how that is, you could check out the video on Patreon. But it did get easier when I was home because then, I had the stuff in my house. And
yeah, you were sending videos. You made some beautiful meals. Andrew is quite the
could
cook.
whip stuff
He's
up
quite the chef.
without issue. And then toward the end of the challenge, and I had a bag of nacho cheese Doritos on my counter all week. Never touched them. Never opened them. Not one. Not one.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, that has to count. That has to count for something.
The restraint. I mean, we used to hang one of those in front of your face with a fishing pole
get me to
keep
run.
Get you to tow the skateboard Ben and I were on.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd pull us, he pulled us clear across Bangkok in a rickshaw. Remember that?
I do remember that.
I did not eat the Doritos. I took my kid to In-N-Out. Did not get anything from In-N-Out. I went home. I had a salad. I had a broccoli salad with sunflower seeds. That was tough. That was one of the toughest choices. And then toward the end of the challenge,
That was a tough night.
took my kid to Rise and Shine Biscuit Bakery, and I was like, I'm getting a biscuit with a scrambled egg on it. I don't give a fuck. And I did, and I ate it, and it was great. So that was towards the end of the challenge.
How many days of 7 days were you pure vegan?
4 days. If the Karen cookie counts,
we did it together. We've already said that.
It doesn't count because we did it together.
We didn't burn that warehouse down.
right.
That didn't happen.
Right.
Did it together.
Yeah.
We didn't know there was a night security guard.
I intentionally broke
it wasn't
with
our
the
fault.
biscuit and at TGI Fridays with that chicken because I was like, God, I want some fucking protein so fucking bad. But what you realize when you go vegan is that there's no such thing as being perfectly vegan. You will always find something. With my obsessive personality when I was hardcore vegan, I would always find something new that I was doing that was not vegan. And I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. And then I would find something else and something else and something else and something else. Like, oh, I didn't know that they use animals in the production of rubber. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. And you just keep digging and digging and digging. And so you realize there's no such thing as being perfectly vegan, but you can definitely make better choices.
You could reach all the way there and then start asking the philosophical question, is human exploitation a problem as well as exploitation
also,
of animals?
human beings
The
are
exploitation of
animals.
labor
And
to produce
if
food.
if your health is suffering, are you taking care of this animal, thinking about these other animals? Like, you have to balance it out.
Well, that's ridiculous because you're not.
No, that's why I have so many guns. Is that exactly?
It's also
It's just
the
like this
question
animal's
is, should
suffering
we be
without these
caging and
guns.
treating animals the way that we do like prisoners? And
No,
no,
we should not.
So that was great, Andrew. I liked your failure. Honestly, I thought your failure was better than mine. It was more entertaining.
Can I talk about my failure?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Yeah, Adam, I'd love to hear about your failure.
My failure was total. No, it wasn't. I went as hard as I could for 4 days. And there would be occasional fuck ups, which for me was a learning curve.
I was learning what animals were and what plants were. It was illuminating. It was illuminating.
Exactly. And I had never asked these questions. I just ate what walked in my path.
He's on a dinosaur diet.
Anything that walks across my path, I eat. And that's how you go about it. No, just I figured granola would be fine. And then you look in the bag and there's honey in that granola. And you're like, motherfucker. I snagged a handful of Wheaties as I'm pouring my kid a bowl of Wheaties. Nope, honey in those Wheaties. Just like things like that. Enriched flour has problem. Like, it's just, once you start looking at this shit, it just is, everything is so hard to fucking eat. So I went to Marzik's, which, if you can't tell, is a place we're desperately trying to get to sponsor us, but it's a neighborhood market in Denver. There's one by Ben's house. There's one by my house.
Amazing people that
Ben
they treat their employees well.
There's
Great
not
place.
one by my house.
and one employee who was make friends with strangers challenge. Ben made friends with this guy Kevin. He subsequently asked to be switched to a different Marzik, so he didn't have to deal with Ben. So I ran into Kevin. He's
now
listener of the
terrified.
pod. I told him what we're doing.
If this is true, Kevin, get at me. I want to settle some things.
No, Kevin said, "It's so nice to see you, Adam."
Kevin,
Ben
I'd like to talk out
it
some
was
things.
too
George,
much.
could you get Kevin? George is the other guy. Could you get Kevin to call me?
Kevin's at he's at the other branch because he's more comfortable.
What about Sebastian and his cheese?
But Kevin walked me around. Kevin walked me around that supermarket, or that little market, and I got all sorts of vegan treats. I got some chips. I got some weird dips. I got nuts and fruits, and I was like, all right, I'm ready for the week.
Just picture
Let's
Adam
fucking
holding
do
a
this. I meal
grapefruit. So
planned a
this
little
isn't
bit.
an animal?
I'm like at the deli counter. I guess like 3 pounds of prime rib.
Okay,
like,
well, I'll
Adam,
just take the
This is like an
capicola.
eggplant.
You're telling me there's not a capicola tree?
Okay, fine. I'll just have the eggs and cheddar cheese. Give me a break.
Well, that was nice of him. How much was that shopping trip?
Yeah, it was very. That was about $180 worth of shit that remains in my fridge. Yeah, so that was I just tried it, and as I predicted, the joy was sucked out of every meal. I'm not good at vegan cooking.
Adam sent this text where he was like, I can't use butter to fry my onions, so I fried them with nothing and I burnt them and they're gross.
And it was like, Adam,
And producer Ron was like, do you not have olive oil? Jesus Christ.
why aren't you making onions and olive oil?
And what is that?
Olive oil.
What is that?
It's
What's olive oil?
vegan.
Why is
My
that?
God.
Why is olive oil? I think we have our,
Okay.
our
It was
All right.
so
Why is
sad.
olive
episode
oil?
name right there.
Why is
Adam's
olive oil?
messages started to take on, like, Adam, I'm going to quote one of your jokes, but
Fine.
they had the tone of a soldier who had just started to question the war. Because you were so sad,
Yep.
so depressed.
Yep.
And it was truly beautiful how joyless your life became. Yeah,
Oh, you liked it?
It really made, you're like, you loved avocado toast. You really seem to latch onto that, Adam.
It was the one thing that I was like, I kind of marginally enjoy this.
Avocado
if
toast
I do
is
this
great.
with
I
sourdough
eat it all the
toast,
time.
maybe I can get this through 3 meals a day. But so I was doing
meals.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner avocado toast.
The Beverly Hills diet.
And you do have an emerald tone to your skin now, I will say.
But yeah, it was just the fucking worst. The day of the Grolic show, I went to Chipotle with my family, and I thought, all right, this'll do it. I can get like a burrito bowl. I'll try these much talked about, much ballyhooed sofritos. I know Andrew loves a sofritos. We've eaten Chipotle together many times.
That's all I get at Chipotle.
So I got a bowl, and it was so weird. Like, it hurt my stomach to eat that much food at that point. I think I had sort of just gotten used to smaller portions or something, and so I just shoveled in all this Chipotle thinking I needed this protein because I'm not doing it well at home. This is a big protein bomb. I'm getting it all while I can. And then I got to the Grolic show, and I just felt fucking terrible. I felt lethargic. I felt just sort of angry, clearly. But then I saw you guys, and both of you looked the exact same. You were like, I'm tired. And we were all tired.
I think you described how you handled the week perfect in one of your texts. Adam says, I'm doing vegan wrong. Mine is a scurrying form of survival. Some nuts here, a piece of fruit, a quick insipid salad, perhaps a handful of Cheerios, if not.
It's exactly how I was eating. I was just like desperately looking for things that would fit the chow.
Like Sebastian. You sound like Sebastian.
What's ironic?
Yeah, but a joyless Sebastian.
Yes,
a dying
Sebastian's
Sebastian.
happy. He gets his cheese.
You're right.
Adam, I'm just, you failed miserably.
Not miserably. I failed like the two of you failed. I was just more miserable.
So
I guess that's what I
Ben
mean.
said was true.
Yes. Just wanted to clarify the meaning.
Yes, you failed, miserably.
Yes.
You were miserable in your failure.
correct.
Failed equally, but also miserably.
Yes. So, well, let's ask the questions that we always ask. Does this make a world a better place? And two, would you continue doing this? I'll go first. Yes, wholeheartedly, I believe eating plant-based diet does make the world a better place. Harvard did a study on healthy plant-based diets. I want to be clear. There's a lot of ambiguity when you deal with processed and fake meat, but a healthy plant-based diet, the people that did it had much lower risk of cardiovascular disease, not to mention the greenhouse emissions are lessened drastically by eating plant-based diets. So I do believe it is, when done healthy, a much better way to live, at least per the evidence we have now. But I believe for myself, no, I won't continue strictly with it just because of my own dietary needs. I will try to eat as responsibly sourced as possible, eat free range or game, things like that is where I may go towards game meat. Shooting something on my own, going hunting.
Wait, what? What's happening? You're
going to
go hunt? You're going to go hunt your own meat now?
Yeah, this is like spiraling into a new challenge.
I would totally go.
The vegan challenge led to Ben going out and shooting a deer.
I just love how casually you're like,
no, but I mean, my
stomach
issues.
Is basically what you just said.
No, I mean, I'm like, I don't believe you should consume something that you can't take the life of yourself. I don't believe that. You're disconnected from the source of your food. I truly believe that. I believe that if I kill a chicken, I can consume that if I caught
My
it
neighbors
and killed it.
have a protective order against
meat.
you. Stay out of their yard.
I love what you're saying philosophically. I'm just saying it's coming a little out of left field at the end of the challenge.
Andrew, what about you?
Will I do it again? No, I will not be hardcore vegan again. But here's the thing that people don't realize is that you can still eat vegan meals. You can still eat vegan without having to label yourself as a vegan. You can enjoy vegan food. You can cook vegan meals. And I already do that
there's
pretty
something
regularly.
called olive oil.
Yeah.
There's something called olive oil.
Adam has learned so much. So
And did you all know?
illuminating.
Did you all know green beans aren't insects? That's crazy.
But they were those like
crazy shit.
praying mantises. No, they're beans.
I'm
I was eating stick bugs the whole time. Thought I'm eating stick bugs.
Yeah, and I agree with Ben. There's obviously a wealth of information that says that, plant-based diets better for the earth as a whole, good for your health. If nothing else, having that diversity in your diet, like have a fucking salad once a day, once every other day. Something like that is good for you. I made my peace with knowing I am not able to kill an animal. People have different roles within a society, and I'm like, I would not be part of the hunting tribe for animals. I wouldn't be able to do it, but I could still consume them. I don't feel bad doing it, which is kind of funny. I realized while we were doing this challenge, humans' domination of the natural system led to our lifestyle where we could indulge in identities like this of I don't want to hurt animals. If we were busy with surviving, we would not be having these thoughts of I don't want to hurt animals. It has come as a result of our total dominance over animals, both predator animals and prey animals.
But I think there is a fine line between consuming an animal and needlessly caging an animal, pumping it full of growth hormones.
I'm totally against that.
So that's my
and
thing,
when you are
my biggest
consuming
thing is
animal
against
products,
factory
there are
farming
better choices you can make, like what Ben's talking about, factory farmed meats, which are just absolute horror shows, and game meats or small family farm meats. There's so many different options and that you can look into. And when you
Sebastian lives on a small family farm.
Now he does. We had to ship him away.
Sebastian
But
lives
he kept
in
getting
barn
into the
of
cheese.
A small family farm.
But when you purchase that stuff, you are voting with your money for that. You are saying, I want more of this. There's no more important vote in America than the vote you spend your dollars on, because that's what people really care about. So the way you spend your money and the food that you seek
There's a
out.
fucking soundbite.
Fucking leftist piece of shit. Hate this guy.
But it does make a difference.
I hope that soapbox you're standing on wasn't made with lye. You fucking
and it might seem
idiot.
expensive. It's like this pound of grass-fed beef is like $11. It's like, yeah, that might seem expensive. That's a pound of meat. You can make 4 burgers out of that. There's no way you're getting 4 grass-fed quality beef burgers at any restaurant for $12. So when you really factor it in, it's not that crazy to make better choices.
Yeah, Adam.
I'm exactly with Ben. Since the challenge, I've only hunted and killed my own meat. I tracked down a docile dairy cow this morning, and I slaughtered it in front of my sons, and we cleaned it, and we cooked the meat.
You did not know what you were doing.
Yeah. And
Adam's life becomes the road.
I killed 2 pigs yesterday with a fucking AR-15. There was no meat left. But I picked up the pieces I could find and put them in a pan with butter. No, I think like I think it's really good to do this. I'm all about rights of animals. I already only buy free-range eggs. I try very hard to only get the exact meat Andrew's talking about. That is something I do think about and care about. So, like, spend with your dollar. I only try to do free-range, organic, like, humanely raised meat. Clearly, that's dubious. Some of these companies can like market it that way when it's not as good as you think it is.
Exactly.
Also, I hate when they use humanely. If you're raising it to kill it and eat it,
Right,
you could skip humanely as part of the description. It was raised better than those other meats, but
it's a feeder
humanely.
animal.
But I agree. It's so fucking cruel. I wish I had the sort of willpower to be vegetarian all the time because it makes me real sad when you start thinking about it. But I'm hypocritical. I don't. I'm going to continue to eat meat. This challenge has made me realize I used to just, because I would be like, no meat on Mondays. I would just kind of do that because I know it's healthier. And it's really easy to have a vegetarian day. And I certainly don't think I'm going to cut out cheese, butter, eggs. But I think this will make me eat less meat, which is just a good way to be generally.
It's true.
And I think it's good for the world for sure. It's not good for me. I get real low.
You turn into a poet.
Oh, yeah. You get solo. You write poetry.
I 100% do. Literally, I went and did a show Friday night over in 5 Points, Don't Tell Comedy. And then I was meeting up with Daniel Van Kirk afterwards, but he was doing another show. Wasn't done yet. So I walked to a bar alone. Lots of 20-something people were having a blast. 42-year-old Adam got an IPA. I don't know if it was fucking vegan or not. I sat there drinking it, and I wrote a poem about how I was feeling alone in a bar like a maniac.
Why don't we take a quick break? Why don't we listen to Adam's poem because he did it live at the Grawlix the live show.
I did
this past weekend, which by the way was stellar. Thank you for everybody who came out, and a big thanks to a couple of folks who flew out to join us. If you want to make the pilgrimage, if you will, to our lovely temple of comedy, please come out. But yeah, let's listen to Adam's poem from the Bug Theater and get your tickets now. You can see this kind of cerebral intellectualism that just we exude. And then when we return, holy God, what everybody's been waiting for, the best third act in the biz. Third actors, you're up now. Get ready. Start warming up in the batter's circle because we got a hell of a third act. We've got more show. Plus,
get your donut off the bat. It's time to take some cuts.
Some real cuts at it. We've got birthday shout outs as you all love. Plus, we're going to tease next episode's challenge. But in the meantime, enjoy our little Bukowski, Adam Caton Holland. Stay tuned.
How many of you listen to our podcast, The Grawlix Saves the World? You guys listen? Fuck yeah. Thank you for doing that. For those of you that don't listen to it, we do challenges every week. We do self-improvement challenges every week. And we are currently on day 4 of a week-long veganism challenge. I've been vegan for No. I hate life so fucking much right now. I have no energy. I'm lethargic. I just eat avocado toast for every meal. Sourdough bread. I know, sourdough bread. But I'm just really not doing well. And I hate this podcast, and I hate Ben and Andrew, and I hate this challenge. Last night I did a show. This is how low I am. Last night I did a show. I finished the show. I went to a bar alone. And I sat at the bar, and I wrote this. Friday fell not as an end of the week reprieve, but like another notch on the wall of a gastronomical prison. Built with promises of downloads and Patreon money. Demarcations of success? We know not. We just plod forward, unblinking, hollowed out rift jackals who couldn't stop it if they tried. Sad. So sad. And yet still, no cheese. No bacon in your breakfast burrito. No bread of remote quality. Like a bland pastiche of insipid vinaigrettes and faux sausages. Veganism where sanctimony meets boredom. And I'm tired, so goddamn tired. Burned my hand on an empty, scalding skillet just to remember what seared flesh smells like. Be sure to use olive oil, not butter, as you burn off your own fingerprints. God forbid it be appetizing. But do not cry for me, because technically, tears are an animal product. And that would go against the code. Pat me on the back instead. Say, there, silly man. This too shall pass. And while I know that you are right, fuck Andrew for proposing this challenge. Fuck him so very hard. Thank you for coming to the Grolics, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show, y'all. Go Nuggets! Welcome to our third actors, the truth seekers, those who know to fast forward through the bullshit and get to the best part of the episode.
Welcome aboard.
Good to see you guys.
Booyah.
Welcome.
Booyah, welcome back. And I got to tell you, Adam, I hear some vim and some vigor back in your life. It seems like you're back on your meats and your cheeses.
Buddy. Yeah, I got a kebab in one hand and just a block of cheddar in the other. And I'm snacking on them for the third act.
Do I see some Tillamook squeezed in your knuckles there?
Yes,
Tillamook
but I didn't go to the store. I actually road tripped to Oregon, which is what I call it. And I went to the Tillamook just factory store and I got a bunch of stuff.
Made a pilgrimage.
It is. My trunk's loaded up with it, if you guys want to come over.
I've got a pocket full of Kerrygold's unsalted butter.
Do you really?
In my pocket, yeah.
I love their label. It's pastoral and it's calming to me. It's
and it's come to the category.
Exactly. When I think of retirement, it's in that valley.
I've got a pocket of Lucky Charms where Ben found that accent.
You leave my brogue out of this.
Anyway, we are at the end of the episode. What an episode it was. It was a blast. It was hard. It was just we failed. We succeeded. Just every emotion was in this episode. And again, you don't need to listen to a third actors, but those of you that did, thank you very much. And while we're on the thanks train, I want to thank Karen Wachtel for bringing those cookies to the green room.
Oh, yeah.
And getting us where we needed to be. All of us were ready to quit.
Yep.
And we just needed a push.
I've been calling Karen the eye of the storm. She's that little lull, where you're like, we're going to get through this. We're halfway through it. And Karen, the eye of the storm, Wachtel,
comes in. She devastates seaside communities.
Yes, she does. The surge, her storm surge of chocolate and sea salt. Also, Adam, I'm going to say it before you do. Kevin at Marzik's, my
friend Kevin.
No,
my
my best friend
Wow.
Kevin. Okay, because I've known Kevin for far longer, and you don't even know the
Kevin
band stage.
Two
asked
months.
for a switch from locations to avoid you.
You don't even know
what
what
is
the
that?
band Throwdown is. You don't even know. And Kevin does, and I do, and you don't. So shut your stupid
I don't,
face.
but I know that the band The Verve wrote The Freshman.
It's great.
Wow.
All right.
Don't tell Kevin that.
Speaking of classic songs,
Kevin, let's talk about that next time we see each other.
Andrew, did you do your vocal warm-ups? Because we need you now. More
Oh,
than
yeah,
ever.
yeah. Let me pop a lozenge in. Let's go.
Here we go.
Plugs.
Fuck it. All right, Adam. Andrew, what you got for plugs? Come on.
What
hit
do
'em
we
with it.
got? What do we got? I got a good plug. Guess what? This May, it's my 20th year anniversary doing stand-up comedy. I started
What?
May 14th, 2003. 20-year anniversary, and I'm going to be celebrating, I guess, by headlining.
And you know I'm going to say this. You do not see a lot of success stories in comedy that started at age 50.
Fuck you.
And-
Fuck you. I knew
and
you were
when he comes in at age 50, starts stand-up and goes a Twomsky. He goes a Twinsky all the way here. 70 years old, 70 years young, still getting up on stage.
It's impressive.
Loves TBG. Anyway,
hate
go
you.
ahead.
I hate you so much. May 21st, I'll be headlining the Comedy Works South. So get tickets at comedyworks.com. Come on out. Celebrate my 20th year in comedy.
That's fantastic. Well, I hate to do this. I'm going to kind of cut right in line in front of you. May 18th, I'll be headlining Comedy Works South. What? They're putting us against each other.
Same club, too. The South
Yeah,
Club.
same
Wow.
crowd. We draw from a lot of the same wells, too.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess if you want to.
No,
see
you
Ben
all
on
should
the
go
18th.
see Andrew's 20th. Or you can come see both of us, but you should get your tickets to see Andrew's 20th anniversary show.
Really, you can't spend too
but-
much time in DTC. I mean, get a hotel room
Well, I'll
and make
tell
a
you
whole
what,
weekend
if
out
you
of
go
it.
to Andrew's or Ben's show in the DTC, I will be at Slattery's before and after the show. And I'll be pulled up to the bar, hazy IPA in it, talking sports, DTC in it with my bros. So if you want to go see Ben and Andrew, just know that before you see these fucking jokesmiths, you can hang with me at Slattery's across the street before and after Ben
You
and
want to
Andrew's
say
show.
this isn't true because it sounds real.
I'm going on the light rail. I'm safe. It's going to be a fun time for me. I can't make it over to the shows, but I'm going to hear the reports when people come
Of
back.
course. Yeah, we get it.
laughing
We
and
get
high
it.
on
I
life.
wouldn't
I'll be there to
expect you
hear
to
the
come on.
reports of the show.
Wow. Adam, do you have anything to plug?
Besides Slattery's,
Yeah.
yes, I'll be in New York June 8th at Union Hall. I'm pushing the show very hard because I'm not going to be in New York anytime soon. I'm not going to be on the fucking East Coast anytime soon. So if you live between Maine and Florida, there's no reason for you not to get on a Greyhound bus and get to Brooklyn by June 8th to watch me perform with Janine Garofalo on the bill. Not a big fucking deal. June 8th, Union Hall.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, as always, listen, the big thing that we always hype here, the Grawlix Live Show, you hear me talking about it. May 26th, headliner is Laura Peak. You do not want to miss this show.
Super
so
funny.
And blowing up. This will be your last chance to see her at a venue this small.
Agreed. So make sure you get your tickets now. The shows always sell out, so get them now. And for all of those shows, as always, the links to get tickets are down there in the show notes.
I got this. You can review if you want. Give us 5 stars. We will read it if it is a 5-star. And if you don't already, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord at Grawlix Comedy.
That's great. Also, if you want to support us, we talk about it a lot as well. The Patreon page. We got so much shit going on down over there. Patreon.com/Grawlix Saves. First of all, thanks to all the supporters, new and old, for being there, for keeping
I like
us
to
afloat.
call them our emotional support animals.
They're
all of them.
We could bring them on a flight with us, every one of them,
Every
and
one
they'd
of them.
sit at our feet.
Regardless
free.
of size.
For free.
Yes,
Get
and
first
they'd
row.
yelp the entire flight
But
until
it
we let
soothes
them
us.
off. Yeah,
But it soothes us.
and
for
there
the
are
flight.
relief centers in DIA. We'll get you to one if you got to use the potty.
Relief centers.
But we've got so much happening over there. We got Boy Crazy, right? You got to get on the Boy Crazy train. Also, my favorite thing, the 4th act. We've been doing a 4th
A
act
new
over there.
4th act.
It's
yeah. You like the 3rd act. Wait till you get a taste of this 4th act.
It's crazy. We got exclusive merch, so join us. There's 3 different levels to satisfy all of your financial needs.
Wasn't it Chekhov who said if you put a gun in the 1st act, you have to have a 4th on Patreon?
Exactly, and I bought a firearm last week, so we had to start it.
Yes.
And if you can't join Patreon right now, which I'm sure you can, but if you can't,
I don't see a reason why they couldn't.
yeah, you can still support us by telling a friend about this podcast. Please do. And one of the perks of coming in at the B level, at the Ben level, the BWA level,
doggy,
is we do birthday shout outs. And boy, howdy, we have quite a few today here. We have a lot of people fucking hard.
We did the math. These are all May birthdays, means their parents were fucking in August on one of those hot
they were
summer
getting
nights.
fucking hot, jammy
rosé on the porch.
They were like, I don't want summer to go. Take me to the pergola, Dan. That's what.
The kids are asleep and the crickets are
Take
chirping.
me to the pergola, Dan.
Dan bought him out on me in the pergola. So here we are.
Jesus
We're in the
Christ.
pergola.
That's the Ballad of Connie
You're so
and Dan.
romantic,
The Ballad
Ben.
of Connie and Dan.
The Ballad of Connie and Dan, where she yells, bottom out on me, Dan.
in the pergola.
In the pergola. And as always, we kind of pick a theme or something that we talk about for what the person is doing to celebrate their birthday, etc. It could be any number of things. Andrew, you had a great one. What do you got for this birthday, Chow?
How about favorite vegan birthday dinner?
Oh,
It's time for your birthday dinner, and the chefs here at the Grolics are coming out the double doors with a vegan birthday dinner for you.
I like it. All right. Well, let's start it off. I'll toss one out to you, Andrew, since you came up with that.
Okay,
Supporter
okay.
David Haas.
David Haas. Oh, boy. Favorite vegan dinner? Scalloped tempeh. Scalloped tempeh.
Okay.
And coconut cream gravy.
Ooh, that sounds
Delicioso.
Oh, okay. Is that
It was worth it just to see Ron's face on that one.
okay? I'm not into it, but the gravy, that could be nice. I guess I have to know.
How about I got one for you? I got one for you, Ben. Elijah Phillip. Happy birthday, Elijah Phillip. What are you bringing, Elijah?
Elijah goes very by the book. It's a panko crusted cup coaster. Now, what he does is he takes those cork coasters, he dredges it in some panko. And of course, he uses Just Egg, which is an egg substitute, and margarine. So it's all
above board. It's all good.
Little sea salt. But I tell you what, the crack you get when the panko and the cork. So that's what it is. Panko crusted cup coaster.
Oh, say it one more time, but faster.
Panko crusted cup coaster.
Okay.
I got it. Adam, you're going to be up next for us. It looks like it is Riley Bourne.
Okay, Riley. I'm thinking Riley, like an old World War II cartoon. They go to a city park. They fish, but they're not hunting for fish. They want the boot. They pull the boot out of the lake, and then they marinate it in used bath water that they haven't drained for about 3 to 4 days, marinate the boot in that, and then just basically put it in the oven for 20 minutes, good to go. Knife and fork, have a bite. And it's not a leather boot.
I've never done this in a bird. Oh, it's not a leather boot. Okay. I was like, once again, Adam doesn't know that leather is an animal product,
Right.
and we're going to have to educate
what
him.
other material
yet
it
again.
is, but just know that it is a vegan boot.
Pleather. It's pleather.
Okay, a vegan boot. That's great to know.
Happy birthday, Riley.
Andrew, it's back to you. Our good pal, Tyler Merkel.
Tyler Merkel.
one of the tie-ties.
Tyler Merkel. Tyler Merkel's favorite meal. It's kind of a party snack, but you can also have it for dinner. Buffalo pencil erasers. I'm coming out. I've got some buffalo pencil erasers. Everyone, likes buffalo wings, but you can also just take a good wedge of eraser and give it the buffalo treatment as well.
Nice. I like that.
Well, I like it.
Ben, I'm throwing one your way. Taylor West is having a birthday this month. What's the dish you're giving Taylor?
It's a gag ball po' boy. Now, this is where you remove the straps from the gag ball.
You got to go to New Orleans for that.
and you line a bulky roll with strapless gag balls.
Okay.
And what you do in there, then of course, it's lettuce, it's tomato, it's all the classic ingredients, a little bit of hot sauce on it. A gag ball po' boy.
That sounds really good.
It is really good. So enjoy it. It's a little chewier than most people like.
I also imagine it being the gag ball harness, but instead of the ball, po' boy. Like, you're not getting out of this till you finish that sandwich. Could go either way. Oh my God.
Okay. Adam, you're up. I believe it's you.
We're going Terry Maloney. Terry Maloney. Happy birthday, Terry Maloney. Here comes Chef Adam with your vegan birthday dinner.
What do you got there, Adam? I can see you're carrying
it's
something. What's in
steamy.
your
You know
hand?
how sometimes late at night you'll hear just cars ripping down, like it's amateur drag racing is going on, and you're like, holy shit, they're getting down over there. Well, Terry will hunt those down, find the oil tracks from where the cars started, and get on all fours and just sop it up. Get a little taste of that high octane flavor from an amateur drag race going on in the dead of night.
You know, as some Fast and the Furious fucking fanatics, that we understand the appeal of fucking slopping up
Some high octane oil.
It's usually on
You never know if you're
Sundays
gonna
too.
get
Terry's like,
technically
I guess I'm
an
turning
animal
in
product from the dinosaur age, but I'll allow it.
Yep. Sits up,
All
bolt
right.
upright in bed, and runs to the scene of the race.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Maloney Baloney. You got it.
All right,
And,
speed round. We got a speed round here, and this is a longtime
let's
fan
do
of
it.
both the live show and the
since
patron.
day one.
Our good friend.
Turning 50. told
Wow,
us
the
that.
big 50,
They are turning
Malka
50.
Dupree. What are we getting, Malka? Let me just think off the top of my head. This is kind of a delicacy. I'm serving grilled dildo. Grilled dildo. You can put it on the backyard grill.
A grildo.
Grilled dildo.
So Grildo,
Got a
yeah, you
great,
put it on there.
got a
Hey, good
great
news, guys.
texture.
The Grildo is back at McDonald's for a month only.
Yeah, a little steamed veggies on the side. Nothing too crazy.
Well, I've got it. I thought I knew. Grildo may be it, though, but Malka once told me she ate an entire catalytic converter.
Wow, that's where they're going. What?
That's where they're going, yeah, and that's how you stay strong. That's how you keep everything clean by eating. But I don't know that I can beat a Grildo.
minerals.
Adam, what do you got?
Check this out. There's a group of cows out there that have decided they want to kill themselves and that they want their bodies given over for human consumption. They're like a morose group of suicidal cows. Like, you can leave your organs for science. These cows have said, guilt-free, eat us the fuck up. So, Malka, these are just willingly given over beef burgers.
Suicide cows.
From suicidal
Wow.
cows. That
Kind of a
wanted-
downer.
Yeah, but I mean,
the-
don't feel bad. This is what they wanted.
And that's from the restaurant at the end of the universe for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
the meat is tender from all the sobbing that they've done. I mean, yeah. This is some.
So happy
Wagyu.
birthday, I guess.
And happy birthday, Malka. Happy birthday to all our special May babies, our August Gerts. Thank you
Connie
to
and Dan,
all of you.
great work, you fucking
Connie
two.
and Dan. Dan, do it to me in the pergola. So thanks to everyone who supports us. If you want to get your own birthday shout out, you can do so. Visit us at patreon.com/Grolic Saves.
Huge thanks to our producer, human meat substitute Ron Doyle. Couldn't do it without you. And big thanks to Mike Henderson for your help recording our live show. Of course, our theme music is by the fibrous Charlie Continental.
Guy is, I mean,
Yeah.
you crack into
Like
him and
sinewy.
Yeah, like celery
it's
string or a
sinewy.
coconut
Yeah,
husk.
You're gonna
he
be
cracks.
flossing after that one. I'll tell you that.
What are we doing next time? What are we doing?
Oh, I didn't tell you. This was my last episode. I'm off the pod.
What?
Oh,
Thank
congratulations.
you. I guess I've been promoted.
No.
Yes, you have.
I'm gonna intern for Rogan.
Well, not before you do this next challenge. And I've got an idea for this one. How about we take a walk in another person's shoes? How about we do something like that?
I think we've even teased a challenge that way before. Well,
Uh,
we'll find
we
out.
may have.
We'll find out.
We're gonna
I don't know what we're doing.
You're gonna. But in the meantime, play us out, Charlie.